Jumping to the next level, and how 2020 Miami Hurricanes project to the next level. Gregory, Rousseau, and others participated in Pro Day. No NFL Combine this year. And we got a comment coming in just about Rousseau possibly falling down the draft boards and being a fit in Baltimore opposite Calais Campbell.
Yeah, I think that the fit is good. I think that the talk of him being slipping a little bit, it depends on how you look at him. You know, some people say that he's a defensive end who actually can't beat people, cannot at all beat people off of the edge. I don't necessarily agree with that. I do think that his stronger skill set was interior pass rushing, twisting inside from either a defensive tackle position or from his end position on a TE stunt and going inside. What up, though, Dennis? You know, but yeah, saying that he's not a defensive end, I don't necessarily think that. I do think that he was a little disappointed in his testing numbers athletically at the Pro Day. I would say that that's maybe a fair statement. I think it's foolish. I think it's incredible value if Rousseau were to be a second-round pick. I don't think that he at all should be. You know, he's big, he's strong, he's long, he's, you know, quick enough, you know, all these kind of things. Yeah, he took a year off for COVID and everything, but he's not chopped liver. So all of a sudden going from, you know, the number one edge in the draft after last season going into now, you know, we'll see. But yeah, a second round pick for Rousseau is incredible value. And I would think that there would be teams trading up to the top end of that second round to get him if he were to slide. I don't think that that would be a wise move for teams, but we've seen these kind of things happen, especially with the hype season that is the NFL draft. So we'll see. You know, people talking about Jalen Phillips sliding. I think that Jalen Phillips is probably the best edge in this draft. So him sliding should not be a thing. Plus, like, he was that totally on fire, which is the other thing. You have that like one-to-one peer comparison of Jalen Phillips, you know, running a rocket speed, jumping out of the gym, doing all these other things. And it's like his 3-cone drill was so fast and quick and da-da-da. And then you have Rousseau, who was average-ish, maybe a little bit above average in those things. But again, the other guy who took over your number when you took off this season. So the new number 15 who's on the field this year did absolutely incredible. And then the past number 15 did all right. You cannot help but like look at those two guys at the same time and be like, hey man, 165, 270, 167, 270, but their testing numbers, and they went back to back in these drills and things that are all, you know, televised. It, you know, the peer-to-peer comparison right there is really it's going to happen. So again, I don't necessarily think that Gregory Rousseau should be a second-round pick. I definitely think that he's first-round talent. Both now and on projection to the future. But if he does end up going to the second round, I would say you should be seeing teams trading up to the top of that second round with the quickness and the fury, because that value, like the talent for the value, is going to be such an outsized kind of a thing that I mean, if I was whoever's at the top of the second round, I don't think that I would delay. You know, if I'm the Jaguars, you know, at 33, if he's there. You know, so you get Sunshine Lawrence at 1, or, you know, round 1 pick 1, and then you get Rousseau round 2 pick 1, who's a first round draft pick. That's incredible value. So I mean, is it possible that he could slide? Absolutely. We've seen guys slide before. We've seen Aaron Rodgers slide. We've seen Geno Smith slide in the second round. Who thought he was going to be a first round draft pick? Shout out to Miramar High School's own Geno Smith. You know, things like that. We've seen guys slide. So I'm not going to say it's impossible that Gregory Rousseau slides. I think that in, you know, this situation, if he were to slide, again, the value of him as a pick would be so just incredible. It would be the greatest value I think that you could probably get at that slot.
Jalen Phillips, the classic example of the guy who was the number one guy on the board coming out of high school and college, and his talent proved through the process, as well as the scouts evaluation, that he was that guy. And so even though he only got a handful of games at UCLA and injury held him back, he showed enough there, and then certainly had the opportunity to go gun to gun for the 2020 season at Miami and show what he was worth. And then boom, the measurables, everything, top of the board. So he entered college as the #1 guy. He leaves as not the #1 draft pick, but possibly the #1 athlete to leave college football.